Last year, we wrote an article about the 1% savings rule for beginners. This is where you reduce your expenses by 1% and move it to your savings. The 1% rule works if you are struggling to build a savings habit. The trick is not to get massively rich, but to build the foundation for your bigger financial freedom goals. One of our readers, we will call her Naomi, came across the article in January and shared how the 1% rule helped her increase her savings by more than 10 times. Here is her story. Naomi's net pay comes to around 40,000 shillings per month. Despite having minimal financial responsibilities, she has struggled with consistent saving. In January, when she learned of the 1% rule, she had spent nearly all her savings over the Christmas period, leaving her with only 5,000 shillings in her emergency fund. This is something that had been recurring for more than 3 years, prompting her to test out the rules. Her initial budget was as follows. 10,000 shillings went to rent, 5,000 shillings went to repayment of HELB loan, 5,000 shillings went to transport, household shopping and lunch took 8,000 shillings, 3,000 went to Wi-Fi and other utilities, and 8,000 shillings went to other ones such as entertainment, subscription, and clothing. This budget meant that Naomi was saving just about 1,000 shillings per month. With the 1%, this is what Naomi did. First, accelerated investment. The 1% rule advocates for accelerated investment plan. The idea is that every shilling you save should work to its maximum potential, even when it's a small amount. Naomi decided to move 5K from her salary account to an MMF. The second one is audit and find the hidden surplus. Instead of cutting major expenses like rent, Naomi started with the wants category. Since January, she has progressively cut this budget by cancelling unnecessary subscriptions, by adjusting her entertainment budget, like hosting friends instead of going out. This saved 1,500 in the first month. By the time of giving her story in November, she had cut the wants budget to just 5,000 shillings, and the total savings from this category stood at 23,000 shillings. The other areas that she has targeted is on transport, where she was initially spending 5,000 shillings per month. She observed that going out often increased her transport budget through cab rides. As she reduced her entertainment budget, this started to fall without much effort. Today, she allocates 4,000 to her transport budget. She has saved a total of 7,000 shillings since January. On household shopping, she was initially spending 8,000 shillings every month. Naomi set aside Sunday for meal prepping. She bought the groceries in bulk and cooked them at home. Instead of buying lunch at the kibanda, she started to carry her own packed lunch. Her food budget now stands at 5,500 shillings. She has saved about 8,500 from this category. The third one is automation. The 1% rule recommends that once a budget surplus is identified, the next stage is to ensure that it never gets spent. Naomi implemented this by ensuring that all money she saved was immediately transferred to the MMF. She also increased the standing order for her savings after every 3 months. This is after adjusting her lifestyle to the small budget changes. Over this period, she added an additional 49,500 in addition to the 5,000 that kickstarted her MMF investment. This pushed her portfolio to over 57,000 shillings, accounting for the interest accrued. Naomi's growth from the 5K savings to the 57,000 in her portfolio illustrates the power of the 1% rule. It's not about having a big income. It's about using tiny, consistent efforts to maximize the power of automation, compounding, and discipline. For more budgeting tips like this, we have a partnership with 𝐿UA. 𝐿UA is a free AI assistant on WhatsApp that can help you schedule meetings, make meal plans, book hotels, and even apply for a business loan from Numida. To apply for your business loan, visit money254.co.ke or click the link in our bio.